Hello, and welcome to GBRI's course, Sustainable Neighborhoods and LEED ND. I'm Rebecca Joan Brown, and I'll be leading the course today. This course is an in-depth look at the newest LEED rating system, LEED ND. We will discuss what neighborhood sustainability means and how you can incorporate sustainable principles into your projects. As a part of our analysis of LEED ND, we will compare it to other neighborhood rating systems in the U.S. and around the world. We will also look at the specifics of LEED ND categories and credits. Now that we know a little bit about how neighborhoods got to where they are today, let's look at what makes a neighborhood sustainable and why sustainable communities are important and beneficial. A common definition of sustainability comes from the Brundtland Report, which describes sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Sustainable neighborhoods should be designed to be functional as well as self-maintaining. In order to maintain functionality, a neighborhood must be designed to include and continue to nourish the following. Mixed uses. A single-function zone is not sustainable because it relies on other areas to support the occupants or tenants. Sustainable neighborhoods must be at least reasonably independent, containing residences, shops and restaurants, and jobs, as well as public spaces such as schools, post offices, and parks. Boundaries. Good fences make good neighbors, and a good neighborhood should likewise have good boundaries. These can take the form of natural features, such as rivers, or man-made margins, such as a highway or train track. These types of boundaries limit sprawl and encourage more dense, connected development. Access. A good neighborhood is well connected, both to the larger city or region and within itself. Within a neighborhood, there should be viable options for multiple types of transportation, such as auto, bike, walking, or rail. A neighborhood should also have access to other neighborhoods at several points, rather than being fenced off or inaccessible. Size is also an important consideration. Although actual size depends on the scope of the project and the predicted population, a neighborhood should generally be large enough to accommodate its included functions comfortably, while being small enough that all points are reasonably accessible. Good neighborhoods often have some kind of attraction or gathering place that may draw in people from the outside. This could include a park, a cultural center or museum, convention center, town square, or shopping center. These attraction centers can easily disrupt a neighborhood as well, so it's important to consider issues like parking and traffic when planning these spaces. In addition to being environmentally friendly, well-planned neighborhoods can also help build a community and be a benefit to the larger city and region. Sustainable neighborhoods benefit the environment by reducing the need for long daily commutes and encouraging non-car modes of transportation. By locating common destinations close to each other and to residential and work areas, the amount and distance of car trips can be reduced, which prevents CO2 emissions and saves time and money. Sustainable neighborhoods may also include more walkable streets, bike paths, and transit access to encourage more environmentally friendly transportation. By reducing the amount of car trips in the area, the outdoor air quality is improved, which has positive effects on the health of occupants. Many of these developments also increase the quality of community in well-designed neighborhoods. Public spaces and walkable streets encourage residents to know their neighbors and participate in community activities. There is also a safety factor associated with these types of neighborhoods. With more eyes on the street and people who all know each other, crime is often reduced in this type of neighborhood. A well-planned community also inspires civic pride and stewardship in those who live and work there. The India Green Building Council's community initiative is called Green Townships. The Green Townships program was started to deal with sprawl, auto-dependency, and disconnection from valuable social and environmental constructs, issues similar to those faced in American communities. Neighborhoods are rated on a scale of 100 points, with certifications for certified, silver, gold, and platinum levels. In order to qualify for certification, a development must be at least 25% residential, although qualifying developments may be primarily commercial or industrial. Projects are rated in 3 phases: when they are 50% complete, 75% complete, and fully completed. Green Townships is currently in the pilot phase. IGBC also has a separate program that rates SEZs, or Sustainable Economic Zones. These focus more on creating sustainable developments to encourage economic development and do not have the residency restrictions associated with green townships. Living Building Challenge is an international program under the International Living Building Institute created by the Cascadia Green Building Council. The Living Building Challenge operates independently of local and national rating systems. The requirements for Living Building Challenge are more stringent than LEED requirements and try to look beyond conventional solutions to get to the base of environmental problems. The ideas are based on a flower metaphor. Anchored in place, informed by bioregional characteristics, generates all of its own energy with renewable resources, captures and treats all of its water, and operates efficiently and for maximum beauty. The Living Building Challenge certifies any scale of project, including infrastructure, new buildings, renovations, and neighborhoods, based on 7 categories of criteria: site, water, energy, health, materials, equity, and beauty. The zero waste philosophy begins in the construction phase. A solar plant was constructed on-site to provide the energy required for construction. All steel, metal, and concrete for the project is to be recycled, and the project estimates that only about 2% of construction waste will go to landfill.